Episode 24 of the GamiFi Everything podcast. We talk about everything in the metaverse and beyond. Metaverse, these blockchain-enabled games, play to earn, everything. I'm your host, Marcus Howard, and today we are joined by Alan Yeap. Welcome to the show, Alan.
Hi, thank you for inviting me to the live stream. So it's a very great honor to be here and to share this exciting new metaverse that we're building over here.
Hey, we're breeding. That's a great play on words. Can you talk a little bit about your background, Alan, and where are you joining us from, first and foremost?
I'm joining in from Vietnam. I'm a Singaporean in Vietnam. We are here because of our development teams, designers are out here. And also one of our CEO, co-founders actually is in here also. So yeah, a bit of my background. I was in the mobile gaming since 2012, and personally, I have built more than hundreds of games apps into App Store, Play Store. So building games and apps has been like a quite easy task for us because we understand the structures and also the requirement, UI UX, all those is quite easy to do. So that is a bit of my background. And my co-CEO, she's a female CEO. Her name is Apple. Her background is in the e-commerce and also online e-commerce. And we have been doing a lot of the product export from Vietnam in 2021 during pandemic times. So that's how that we comes together to start this metaverse, because she is a dog lover. I also a dog lover, and that's that's how we think of starting something new. And that's how it actually started. And so maybe we can proceed with the next question, or should I?
Yeah, no. Thank you for that intro. We were just talking right before the show that you were brought on as a CEO, and now there's a team leadership situation happening over at Shibafriend.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how Ipo got into the metaverse and how you got into the metaverse, and then kind of bring it all together with how you are now both leading Shibafriend?
Okay. Apple was she was originally the CEO of the projects, because our Shiba designs is actually designed by her, and then we have a lead female designers which design the actual 2D and 3D. Okay, so the whole concept, the whole design is designed by them, and is actually catered for lovable by a lot of the female audience. Because this one for guys, right, if we do the same thing, right, we may not have the same effect because our point of view and what we love are actually different. So we started out this in terms of Shibafriend is because few of my friends actually, before we started, right, they listed the games in the exchanges. So, and that's where I found that mobile games or gaming has gone into crypto at an accelerated speed. And because of this, and we at that time we already planned out want to do something related to pets industry, and that's how we gathered my COO, my CMO, and also my chief growth officer together to form the team. In fact, my chief marketing officer, right, is also with me in mobile games since 2012 and 2013, and we are quite experienced in mobile gaming. And then our chief operating COO, our chief operating officer Jay, he actually he just listed the Mass Panda World NFT GameFi into the exchange. So, and then at the same time, another friend of mine, which is a Kishore, he's actually they actually listed at the same time. 1 month apart, Playermon GameFi into the exchange. So that's how I get. That's how we come together and started the Shibafriend, because of the mobile gaming experience, also because of the crypto experience, and we form a very strong teams to start this. Yeah. So
I'm really glad to hear that you come from a traditional games background, and obviously you have extensive experience having published hundreds of games.
Yes.
Because you can see the level of quality and polish in Shibafriend, and no slight to the rest of the ecosystem, but this is certainly a level above in terms of polish and quality.
Yeah, it is designed with the focus of goals of cuteness, so that we can attract what the industry actually lack. which is a more females opponents or gamers or even interest to join into the crypto industry. And also, why do we actually choose Shiba, and also choose the name Shibafriend? The reason is because 2021, Shiba is the hot name in the industry. And a lot of pet lovers, actually, they love Shiba also. Elon Musk have a Flocky. And of course, they promoted Dogecoin and the rest of the things is like heavily. So a lot of our friends, right, they actually have a pet dogs. And when they come to a crypto industry, they say, "Hey, Shiba, good, I like it." So it's easily recognized by people. Of course, the main thing is that Shiba Inu and also Dogecoin has been like the memes coins, and there's no utility, no NFT. And Shiba Inu, they are actually going to come up in 2023, 1 year away for their metaverse. So beside cater for the female gamers, right, we will actually also have opportunity to make a meme coin, right, to be the first to have the utilities, where we already have the NFT, we have the gameplay, and our metaverse is also in progress that by April we should be able to release into the market already. Yeah, so that is the reason for the names, and the market is ready.
You've done your homework clearly, and again, that comes from your extensive experience in the gaming industry, having to do research on what types of genres and gameplay mechanics will resonate with what specific type of market. And I think it's brilliant because, as you know, nearly half the world's gamers are women, and at least here in the US, 45% of them are women. And yes, I'm sure you also recognize, as Ipo probably does, that women are underrepresented in both the general crypto community, but also in leadership roles of companies. So I think there's a great story here that's growing, that's breeding, to reuse your same term. So we're really excited to hear that. And I think my neighbors are dog sitting for their parents. They either have like a Shiba or a Corgi. I think they look very similar.
Yes, in Vietnam, most popular dogs actually poodles.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of actually a lot of girls actually keep poodle pets, or the tiny cups, the teacup, the teacup, pets. So it is popular here, and yeah, so that's why the dog adoptions actually it's not just it's actually a global. Everyone just love the dog as a best friend. Yeah. So this is
yeah. I used to have a dog as a pet, a pit bull, which was an amazing dog, brilliant. Unfortunately, when I moved, there were breed restrictions to where I moved to, so I had to put him up for adoption. But I agree with you 100%. Like, there's a strong emotional connection with dogs, so I really love this concept.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So in terms of women empowerment, right, we started with Apple as a CEO. And because she's not native speaking English, so when we actually have meetings or talk to people, right, we have a communication barrier. So that's when the advisors come in and says, "Hey, I should take over because I've been doing presentation for so many years," and that's how I actually switch a role. And after that, after most of the things are now established, most stable, our NFT is there, our gameplay is already one gameplay in the market. Okay, so that's why that's where we decided that, okay, it's time to bring her back to be a co-CEO, and then, right, to focus purely on marketings and go to market to extract the female crowds into the crypto worlds. So although she's the leaders, right, but all of us actually the supporting. I mean, it's not about the gender side. It's like we are all ready behind her, and whatever that she's not good at, that's where we can steps in and work as a team.
You can certainly have leadership without the title, right? She was always she was formerly officially CEO, and then I think unofficially co-CEO, just not with the official title. And I'm glad that you advocated for her to get that shared leadership role. And again, I think it's great because there's just not a lot of this content in the space, and it's gonna, what her perspective of loving dogs and wanting something that women would gravitate towards is what's creating you all a differentiator in the market, because you've seen all the games. There's really nothing like this in the space. And I think the other great thing that you mentioned was we are coming up on basically the 10-year anniversary of the dog meme coins. I remember when what was it? Dogecoin launched. It launched as a meme to mock Bitcoin. Like that was the purpose, and it literally had has no utility
Yes.
over 10 years. So for you all to be very intentional about kind of taking that to the next step is important for everyone.
That's also because we look at the technologies. We know that we can deliver it. That's why we dare to go with I mean, we aggressively go into the market.
Yeah. I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. Again, this podcast is powered by GamiFi, which is an IDO launchpad again for everything gamified, blockchain-based games, anything NFT, the metaverse, etc. And we have our own token. It's the GMI token. If you go to our website right now, you can stake it for up to 225% APY. But I want to also give you a chance to shout out the Shibafriend website, because while we are broadcasting live and this video is being recorded and distributed, those who are joining us live in Discord and those who hear this when it goes out to the Spotify, iTunes, etc., won't be able to see this screen. So for those of you listening, you want to go to ShibaFriendNFT.io, ShibaFriendNFT.io. There's a ton of amazing information. There's a trailer. There's some very adorable dogs, pets here, and you're thinking of expanding, right? Talk about the strategy and a little bit of alpha if you can, not too much, but delight the audience here.
Okay. If you're a dog lover and if you like Shiba, right, you can go to our website. We have a 3D models that you can turn around 360 degree in the website. Okay, and there's a 2 model on the main website. If you want to see all our 23 designs, you go to our marketplace. Click on the link of the marketplace, right, and then right there is where you can see the Shiba King, Shiba Queen, Shiba Captain, Shiba student that looks like a Sailor Moon, and Shiba Doctor, Shiba Nurse, even pirates, police. All those are available for you to enjoy, and you can do a 360 degree turning at our marketplace. So you get a first hand of seeing all these designs by our designers, and it is designed by in a way that almost every girls that we shows to, or every woman that we shows to, right, they love it. They want it. So yeah, it's very cute. In fact, we also did a soft toy on it. We got the picture of the soft toy already, and tomorrow we're gonna have a real hand on the soft toy of the Shiba, our pet, our pets. Yes. That's
excellent. Yeah, bring it more to the real world, right?
Yes, tomorrow onwards, we'll be showing the King, Queen, and Captain of the Shiba soft toy in our website, and social. So if you're interested to see it, you can come back and to see it.
Kudos to you and the team for so much thought into the NFTs. Again, if you're listening, you should definitely go to the website, check this out. Like, I'm on the website now, so those of you watching can see. Just as Alan said, you can see all of the Shibas. You can zoom in, zoom out. Like, I can rotate the dogs in the 3D space, and all without having to connect my wallet. There's certainly an option to connect the wallet, but you kind of found the right balance of Web 2 and Web 3.
Yeah. In fact, we are not selling the NFT yet because we plan to do INO with a launch pack. That's why it's not for sales. But we are doing NFT airdrops currently in our social channels. So if you want to get the NFT airdrops, you can visit our website and follow the instruction of the airbots of the airdrops. Yeah, there are Shiba Captain that is on the airdrop now.
Well, I'll do that as soon as this episode is over.
Yeah. In fact, we also do it on the CoinMarketCap airdrop, also NFT of a Shiba Captain. So it's concurrently running together.
Excellent. So just one more housekeeping item. Again, this is a live show, so if you're in Discord and you'd like to ask a question of Alan live, raise your hand. Be glad to promote you to the stage. If you are listening through the channels that's being streamed, if you will just type your question into the comments, we will see them here and we'll get those answered. While we're waiting on that, Alan, before we go on to the next question, I wanted to go back over to the overview. Oh, and now it's asking me to connect my wallet, so I probably should have not gone to the dashboard. I'm going to click the back arrow. This is a live show.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk a little bit about the metaverse. Talk about your perspective and your approach to the metaverse and the real estate.
Okay. There are many metaverse in the market, and what they actually do is different. What we actually do is a bit different than the rest. Our metaverse is actually following the real map, real buildings, but in the 3D format. So today, if you go to our metaverse, you can go to, for example, we start actually with a Singapore map. There is a Marina Bay Sands Hotel, which is the very famous hotel over there. It's an iconic trademark. Iconic landmark. Hey, so in the metaverse, you have the same building, but it's in the 3D format. And so the map locations from traveling from one place to another place, also we actually follow the actual maps. Wherever you can explore on the real life streets is actually on the 3D in our metaverse. And also each cities, right, will be actually having a small area of between 1,000 buildings to 2,000 buildings, because the locations of just Singapore itself, right, the map is very big, and it takes a long time for everyone just to explore it. So we limit it. Yeah, we limit it in a small area, and you can do a lot of fun things. You can do a lot of the play to earn tokens, all those inside there in the gameplay. And of course, these buildings are all NFT enabled, so you can actually own it. You can buy NFT of the buildings that you like. And let's go a bit deep into the gameplay itself. Now, when we do a research on the GameFi, in fact, we also looking at the February and March projects that are invested by investors and VCs, right? They are all fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and racing and fighting kind of games. Okay. So in fact, I watched one. I actually saw one metaverse, pet metaverse, right? The dog having a weapon fighting with another dog. So yeah, this is good for gameplay, and yes, no doubt on that. There's a demand for that. But this does not interest majority of the female gamers. Yes, there are female streamers, female gamers that play Mobile Legends, even PUBG. There's a lot of people actually playing that. But the big bulk of players, they just want to have or people just want to have a casual gaming. Okay. So our metaverse, right, when you go inside, right, it's more on the casual type where you roam around. You can actually talk to another Shiba via voice chatting. So this feature will be available. You move around, you can say, hey, how are you? And then if they want to respond back to you, then they say something to you. Okay. Yeah, it's more on the socialize also over here. And this is all for the funny part and the fun parts over here. And one of the function inside, right, is that, right, you can actually pull inside the Shiba Metaverse. Yeah. So there are all the fun things that we actually add inside. And how do you actually play to earn from there? Now, traditionally, right, a lot of GameFi or Metaverse project is that you fight or you play games, you win already, then you earn the tokens. Okay. So our Metaverse, that what we do is that you have to actually roam around the cities. There are paths for you to go, for you to collect the rewards, the tokens and all those. And then also we have a section of a marathon daily where a group of people will join in and from point A to go to point B. Okay. Now from point A to point B, right, halfway through, right, you'll be out of energy. Okay, so you have to actually find food, right, to eat, and then, right, you can continue your journey. So that will be this is some of the obstacles that we're going to put inside for you to reach. But when you can reach the point B, right, you'll be having very good rewards. So this is the normal play to earn functionality. But the second things that we are going to do is, right, we are going to do like a Bigo live or style of the programs. Meaning, right, inside our metaverse, right, we'll be having a karaoke room. Okay, so yeah, so you can actually host your karaoke room. Then there'll be a lot of Shiba come in, and if you sing, if you do something funny, then if they like it, right, they can actually send you their tokens. They can send you tokens. Yeah, so the fan will follow you because in Bigo Live and even in YY Live in China and the rest of the live stream platform, right, a lot of people actually giving emotional support, monetary support, a lot of support just to their favorite streamers. Okay, so this also opens up a lot of opportunities to give the people to comes in, and then they can actually have an income from there, where the supporters and followers actually go there. So this is one of the karaoke rooms. Beside that, we also have cinemas. We will have a mall and also an NFT gallery, where all these are potential are going to provide more opportunities for people to make a living out of it. And all these are lifestyle play to earns. It's not the game fighting play to earns. So people that already there's a lot of streamers already in the mobile game side. Also, Marcus, you yourself are also a live streamer, right? Yeah. So we want to attract people, right? Not just the gamers, right? Especially for our female side, right? To come in and then also to do activities that what they do in the normal platform, but it's in the metaverse. And it'll be a fun part to do this. And why do there's some people actually tell us that, hey, other platform like Bigo, right? You can see the real person, but you're in the Shiba, and then your avatar is Shiba, then you cannot see the real person. In fact, right, most of the people, right, they are not comfortable to be in front of camera. Okay? Yes, new generations of people, yes, a lot of them are, but there are still a lot of people are not very comfortable. Even in Bigo Live, right, a lot of them actually use avatar, not the real person, to live stream. So that's why when you have a Shiba, right, you move around, right, okay, then right, people will actually mingles and talk to you. And when and the best part is that when you have a lot of the female players in the metaverse, right, the next group of people we're going to attract is the opposite gender. So they'll come and here. Okay, our CEO Apple, right, her Facebook profile, she opened her follower sections functions when we actually started it in November. And all this time she never show her face, only show the avatar. And we also like in our website, our social, we only show her avatar. And she's actually very seldom go into it. But surprisingly, right, there are over 80,000 followers following her.
Wow.
in 4 months. Okay. Yeah.
Since
So this actually
she opened up the profile,
no, her
or the
profile
whole before the whole time.
Her profile is public, just that she opened up the
Okay.
followers. She never
Okay,
opened
so
the
she opened
followers.
up that she could get followers. Now she has that's incredible.
Yeah, and then every time a lot of people contact her, message her, hi, I want to make a friend to you. Okay, so I mean, even though it's just an avatar, right? Okay,
Yeah.
when people interested in you or when people want to make friend with you, right, they'll find a way to do it. So I mean, that's why, right? Okay, when we run our metaverse, when the female streamers or female players or even or anyone that comes in, right? There will be people try to follow you. There will be people try to communicate with you, mingle with you, and then right, they'll actually follow you as well. So that's where the social side, the elements that is going to happen inside our metaverse. Yeah. So this is the fun part that other metaverse are not focusing.
Yeah, for sure. I want to continue that thought process. We do have a question in from Discord. So Calvin, thank you for raising your question or your hand. I'm gonna promote you to the stage. If you'll introduce yourself after you ask your question. I'm going to repeat the question because those who are listening in the podcast later won't be able to hear the question, but I'm going to promote you to the stage now as soon as I find that button. And I think you're muted. So if you'll unmute yourself and then ask your question, welcome to the stage.
Hi, Kevin. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let me re-ask the question. So
Okay.
Calvin asked, how might you grow your platform to create a new game design economy?
I don't quite understand the questions. Do you mean that the other games developer want to come into our metaverse? Is that what you mean? Let's use the word inspire. Inspire. Okay. In traditional mobile gaming, right? All this is already there. Everything is already there. Okay. So you need to have the first mover to show people that this can be done, and they will actually comes in. For example, right, in the GameFi industry, Axie Infinity was the one that showed to the world that mob, crypto gaming or play to earns is possible in the industry. And that's where in 2021, which is last year, the GameFi industry and the Metaverse industry exploded, okay, and become a mainstream adoptions all over the world. So, and the exposure is only the beginning. The industry stage is now only in the beginning stage. If you look back at the mobile gaming, when we first started in explosions in mobile gaming in 2012 to 2013, everyone is looking at who are doing what and who is doing what. And a lot of new ideas, a lot of new innovations, a lot of new things that never seen before, even from the traditional PC gaming, console gaming, it actually came to happen in the mobile gaming itself. So today you look at all the games, right? Mobile games, right? It was started with a single playing, and now almost every game is multiplayer. Okay, like PUBG is Red at Once multiplayer. Okay, it's actually available in the Play Store, App Store, easily accessible. So that was explosions. And in terms of the crypto space, right, and the metaverse, right, we are all pioneers in the industry. I mean, even though we are in a lot of gaming actually coming in, we are still considered as a pioneer. Okay, and how it inspires is that now mobile gaming is already a very mature market. Everything is there already. You want the game for female market, you want a game for kids, you want a game for adults, you want a game for grandfather, grandmother, is there already. What is lacking now, all this is that it's actually not available in the metaverse, not available in the GameFi, not available in the crypto space. So everyone is taking the first steps into this venture. And on our side, our metaverse, right, we building this is because, right, we want to take those first steps to cater for the female markets, to address the issue. And yeah, so that's how we actually started. And I believe, right, once we actually get this rolling up, and our metaverse is actually available for everyone to play in April, okay, there will be more and more female-centric games come into the metaverse, because they need to see someone do it first. And so many projects, from the fighting to the player versus player to even AR, a lot of companies or projects are already starting to be the pioneer in the industry. So in terms of this, right, when people see it, when other developers, other game projects, they see that, oh, it's possible in the crypto industry, in the metaverse, in the GameFi, I can assure you that there are so many new games will join in. And also the traditional mobile gamings that are already in the space, they will also come in. In fact, Ubisoft, Gameloft, Electronic Arts, even Microsoft, they are already doing the NFT portions and the blockchain portions, upgrading in their gameplay. So let's look from now until 2022, end of 2022, or maybe 2023 next year. You'll be seeing a lot of migrations or integrations or expansion into the blockchain NFT area. Okay, so yeah, that's the answer for your first questions. And what is your second questions?
Right before you ask your second question, Calvin, I just want to echo that point that Alan made, which is brilliant. You think about Roger Bannister, who was the first person to run a sub 4-minute mile. Before he did that, people thought it was impossible. And once he showed that it could be done, like several of the people have gone on to do that. So I agree 100% that having a pioneer to show that it's possible will inspire other people to follow suit. Go ahead, Calvin.
How might I attract individuals like yourself, specifically yourself and Shiba, to an event in Montenegro this year?
So just let me repeat the question. Calvin has an opportunity for the Shibafriend NFT ecosystem in June. Wanted to understand what are ways for partnerships or collaborations.
Yeah, we actually also have the roadmaps, and also we are looking for partners and marketers to work together to bring our Shiba friends, our Shiba NFT to the Shiba communities. So yeah, I mean, you can come to our Telegram groups, and you can actually contact our community managers, and then you can get in touch to our COO Jay, so he can actually liaise with you on this part. Okay, yeah.
That person is Jay.
Yeah, he's actually inside the podcast Crypto J. You can actually contact with him for this Monte Carlo's Shiba's event.
Yeah, he's in the Discord here right now. If you want to send him a friend request.
Yes. Yeah, we actually are looking for more similar Shiba communities to work together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for your question, Calvin. If anyone else has questions, again, feel free to raise your hand. Be glad to promote you to the stage. Let me see if I can remove you from the stage, Calvin. I have not yet moved to audience. Okay, I figured out how to do that. So I want to continue to discuss all of these amazing innovative features that you're bringing to the space. Coincidentally, I'm supporting an event here in Tampa Bay mid-April called Beyond Meta. So if you'd like to, since it sounds like you have some launch activities happening in April, glad to help showcase your game there as well. But I noticed on the site, and you shared this before, you've got something called Play Music Beat. Can you talk about that for a little bit?
Okay. The Play Music Beat is actually a mini game, and it's actually easy to play games. Okay, Metaverse, it will take times to build. In fact, it takes at least 3 months to or more to build the gameplay. So what we do is that, right, we build the music beat. It's a simple. If you ever play a hero guitar, right? It's almost similar game to play where it's even more easier than a hero guitar. The Shiba just run around, run the games in the music. It's just move click left and right. You actually move to left and right to collect the bones. So the bones actually follow the music beat. Okay? And after you finish the song, there's a 2 minutes to 4 minutes each song, and you straight away earn the in-game tokens already. So this in-game token is in the mainnet. The game is in the mainnet already. So you actually, once you have a Shiba, you can start earning the rewards and tokens inside the game already. So that is to show to the communities that hey, yes, we are building a metaverse, but at the same time, we give you something that you can hold on to. You can watch your Shiba live playing in the games, and also you can feel and touch your Shiba. So at least that is what we want to separate out from the rest of the projects, because many projects today is only website and paper, white paper. Okay, yeah. So we don't want to be that. Okay? We don't really we do this because we ourselves are. I myself are gamers, okay? And I want to do things that will show people that we are coming here is to deliver what we actually promise, and not just asking the community to wait. So that is what makes us different. So that's our goal of doing this. So that's why now you go to our website, you can actually touch and feel the Shiba. Okay. Yeah. In fact, we also have a Shiba Viewer app, okay, where you can, if you don't play games, right, you can open the app, and then right, you can see the Shiba turning around 360 with an animation of jumping, kissing, dancing in the app itself. This week, right, the link, everything will be available. End of this week, we'll be having the page for you to access to that website also, to the app or the website also. Yeah, so we already designed in a way that, right, to make people comes to us, right, when they buy our NFT, right. Okay, we want to make sure everything is covered to feel them. Yeah, I have the best thing on my hand. Yeah.
What's awesome here, again, for those of you who can't see it, both the Discord and the podcast, when the audio goes out, is that you've been very intentional about like having the ability for people to be engaged in the ecosystem without being fully into crypto. So on this login, you can log in with a username and password, or you can log in with your MetaMask, with your wallet. And then can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, you can log in now. You put a username Shiba.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Password is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, login. Okay, you go to the Shiba coin on the top left. Click on it.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, and you can't hear it because it's in my headphones. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna. How do I do that?
Yeah, the music is okay. You just turn the Shiba. Turn the Shiba.
Oh.
Yeah. You can drag the Shiba,
Right.
and then you press the button at the bottom. Any button at the bottom. Go down. The button.
This one?
Yes. Any button.
Oh, right. Yes, you can see all the animations. That's super cool.
Yes.
And again, if you're listening, the Shiba is jumping up on the hind legs, beg for food, sitting, walking, running, kissing, yeah, all these animations. So definitely you can go check out, for those of you listening, Music Beat, musicbeat.shibafriendnft.io. And again, here's a little bit of alpha. The username and password is Shiba and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, you click the back button. You click the back button. And then you can choose any of the song to play. And all these songs are actually we pay for copyright, so no issue. Yeah, you click play.
Excellent.
Yeah, you can spin your Shiba by dragging left and right. Yes.
Right.
You can play.
There we go.
You can play. Yeah, and then click left and right. Yeah.
Right. So this is something. Obviously, I'm playing on my PC, but this is like it's designed for mobile.
Yes.
So
we have
far,
a
perfect score.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is I think 2 or 3 minute song.
Okay. I'm gonna stop playing this. I'm so
no problem.
distracted.
Stop it. Yeah, you can stop it.
So distracted.
Yes. So it's easy to play. Young kids can play. Grandparents also can play. You don't need to have a thick menu to learn it. And the goal is very simple. We want mass market that people want to try the play to earn, come into our games and play, and then you can see that you to enjoy the first journey to earn your tokens, your play to earn income. Yeah.
That's important as well. I work in the esports space, and while the gaming industry is basically accessible to gamers of all ages, people have been playing video games for 30, 40, 50 years in some cases. The esports industry is hyper focused on basically white Asian male from 16 to 21, and then after that, no one considers anyone else to be a participant of the space. So I can certainly see, since there's a score attached to this, that you potentially could do Music Beat Shiba esports tournaments, and now you're bringing in, like you said, younger kids and senior citizens, both into the game and using esports as an engagement strategy, which again is mass market adoption. That's brilliant.
Yes. In fact, we actually also building a stadium with a football game. The reason for this is because we are actually projects that incubate by Hype Sports Innovations. Hype Sports Innovations is actually promoting startups to pitch NFT to sports brand like Under Armour, La Liga, Manchester United, all those. So we are one of the startups that they are incubators, and we're actually doing a NFT pilot projects with our Shiba and Metaverse with Borana FC, RBFA Belgium's, and also ESTV. Also, recent projects ESTV. Okay, but of course these are the pilot projects. And what happened was that we managed to speak to European federations, football clubs, football federations. And they like the Shiba. They like that the concept that the Shiba can play in the football field for players to 3 versus 3 or 5 versus 5. Okay? And then we are building a stadium so that we can work with them, that they can bring all the sports brand into the metaverse. Okay? So of course, this is more on the male dominant side of the gameplay, but this also will, in fact, actually a lot of women actually also love footballs, not just the men itself. Okay? And there's also the female soccers, right? So in a way that instead of a real person, you can Shiba and play 3v3 in the games. So this is something that we're actually doing it because of there's a major request and also major potential with the sports clubs. Yeah. So this is one thing that we actually are going to. I mean, it's in the pipeline to work with them from April onward. Yeah.
Excellent. Something else that you mentioned, I think is important, is that you've got all these brands who are interested in being a part of it, because again, it is family friendly. Nothing against violent games. I've played my fair share of fatality driven, fighting games and first person shooters with headshots, but brands, particularly non-endemic brands, just don't want to be associated with that violence. I spoke at a virtual conference in India, and the director of gaming and digital engagement for BMW said that they specifically chose like League of Legends and Rocket League because they didn't want to be associated with first person shooter games, even though there's no research that suggests that violence in video games lead to violence in real life. All the research says the opposite. Violence in video games reduces violence in real life, but brands are trying to be protective of their brand equity in their communities. So I could see tons of brands like flocking to this because A, it's dogs, B, it's the metaverse, and C, you've got sports now. Obviously, the sports teams are trying to get here in droves, and you don't see that happening with Valorant or Call of Duty. You just don't.
Yes. In fact, we are also designing. We're actually working with GamiFi to design the custom exclusive Shiba wearing a GamiFi logo. Yeah. We will be rolling out this. I think possible maybe this month we can actually roll out for GamiFi platform launch pad for the communities.
Here's a little bit of extra alpha for you right here live on the show. There's some alpha every episode. Try to get you a little bit of alpha. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time. I know we're running a little bit short left on time for this episode. I wanted to give you an opportunity to shamelessly plug any important dates or milestones, things where people can follow and engage with you and with the ShibaFriend NFT community. The floor is yours.
Yes, we are actually doing the 2 airdrops. One is our diamond token airdrops, so that more people actually can own it and come to our platforms. That one is available in our social media, in our Telegram groups. You can there's a lot of information inside. And we are doing a second, which is the Shiba NFT airdrops also with a CoinMarketCap. Okay, it's available in a CoinMarketCap now. And so for the next 2 weeks, the airdrops is happening in both ends. Yeah, so it's time to take these opportunities to come in and get your first hand on the Shiba and first hand to start your play to earn games. Yeah, and in terms of the April, our goal is for April to release the first version of our Metaverse. Actual date, I still unable to provide, but April will give the community something, and follow us closely over there so that you'll be the first to join in. In fact, we also plan to do a party inside the Metaverse for the first batch of people that owns the Shiba. So that's what we actually plan to do. All these are in the pipeline, and when we come to near to the time, we actually release the detailed information into our social media. Yeah.
Excellent. So I see here on the site right before we close out here that I know that you designed this mobile first, but I see a VR headset and a VR controller. So is that on the horizon as well?
In terms of VR, we have an NFT gallery that we're actually going to add into our Metaverse, building it. It will be available on the VR gallery. Means if you have an Oculus headset, right? You'll be able to actually if you log in from a website, you'll be able to use it when you actually visit our gallery or even our Shiba Mall inside. So this is one part that we're actually integrating inside for VR headset owners. Unfortunately, VR headset does not work on mobile phone. If it can work, we will also love it to have it in our mobile phones. It will be there. It's just limited on the technology, the limit of the technology.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have the ambition there, and obviously a talented team to execute on once everything else aligns. So I'm really excited about the future of ShibaFriend, especially those exclusive GamiFi Shibas.
Yes.
You know, you said the launch party, so much happening here that you've done more than most other teams have done in the space. So this is a gem. This is a gem for sure. Thank you so much for your time, Alan. Thank you for sharing the story, your journey, this deep dive. A little bit of alpha there is always nice. Look forward to seeing the future of what you all are doing, and please let me know if there's anything that we can do here stateside as part of the US part of the GamiFi team to continue to support the success of everything you all are doing.
Yes. Join us, follow us, and then Shiba friend to the moon every day.
every day.
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome.
So thank you, Marcus, and thank you, GamiFi, for inviting me into these sessions, and I appreciate all the chance to share out this. And of course, our goal is to bring more female players into the metaverse. So do share this out to all your friends, and let's make this as a success, one of the most successful metaverse in 2022.
Excellent.
Okay.
I support you. I'm here for it. I know that there's a what is it? You have a Q&A with Laura and with Casey, or did that already happen this morning?
No.
AMA, sorry.
What?
The AMA, aren't you? I think our team is going to be speaking with your team.
Yes. There will be the next sessions AMA with GamiFi, where we'll be featuring GamiFi to our communities. The date. Let me double check the date. Oops. Oh, we need to look at the diagrams. The date was set already. GamiFi. Yeah, this is a very important date. Next Thursday.
Excellent. So next Thursday. So if you all want to hear part 2 of this conversation between GamiFi and Shiba Friend, join the Discord, the Telegram for Shiba Friend, and Laura, the CEO of GamiFi, and Casey, the COO, will continue the conversation with Alan and his team. So with that said, thank you all for joining us live. Thank you everyone who's listening at this later, and we will see you next Tuesday for the next episode. Good night, friends.
Thank you. Good night. Bye-bye.